There we go.
Hello,
Hey!
my fellow YouTubers. That didn't sound right, did it?
Yeah, something was off there, Dave.
Let's scoot over, sis.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right.
Not that.
He's touching me.
Yeah, not.
Mom!
I didn't do it. Oh, me and my sister, we had so much fun together.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's my buddy. Yeah, so what'd you do today? I know yesterday you didn't get out of your pajamas. Or was that today?
No, that was yesterday. I got out of my pajamas. I did laundry and I did crocheting and
Did you get a bunch done?
sweat. Yeah.
Good.
Not that you care, right?
Oh man, I tell you, when we get together, it's like a barrel of monkeys. Man, I tell you, we just go and go. People look around at us and everything if we're at a restaurant. And,
Oh my God, when we used to work at a flea market.
oh yeah, we worked at a flea market. We had a little bitty. You couldn't even call it a restaurant. We made hot dogs for people and hamburgers and stuff like that. But we used to have so much fun. If you ever want to see something funny, get you one of these zero gravity
Oh my God, Dave.
chairs. Sis can't get out of them. She looks like an upside down turtle trying to get out of it.
You know how you rock to try and get out of a chair? I was flat on my back and I could not get out of that thing
Oh my
for
God.
anything.
I finally got her out.
Laughed at me.
Yeah, well, of course.
That's your job,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, some people have said that they wanted some stuff that happened to me, and stuff like that. Real stories.
Real story.
Real stories instead of jokes. So
Okay.
I thought that I would tell a couple stories that are funny. At least I thought they were funny. But has anybody ever met Jesus? Have you met Jesus?
No, I met Jesus, but not Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back to those.
Shut up. Shut up.
Those I
Shut
can't bus ride to But anyway, I was down.
Get serious, Dave. Get serious.
It's not a serious thing.
We're on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Do your job.
Okay, I'll do my job. Okay, I met Jesus. I got a call, and
Oh my, yeah, I remember. Okay, never mind.
you want to tell the story?
No, I don't, because I can't remember it. But I remember you said you met Jesus
okay.
before.
Well, anyway, I got this call that there was somebody making a little bit of a ruckus at a yogurt shop down on a street called North Lake Boulevard. So I go down there, and I could see it was a homeless person, had long hair and dirty clothes and everything. So the manager comes out, and when I parked out in front there, and he said that he isn't really making any disturbing anybody, except that he smells real bad. So I go in, and I talked to him, and he said his name was Jesus. And I said, "Oh, are you the real Jesus?" And he goes, "Yes." And I go, "Oh, well, well, Jesus, you're going to have to leave. You stink." And no, I didn't say that. I said, you're going to have to leave because you're offending some people, you know. And so I escorted him out, you know, and everything. He was nice enough, yeah. I asked him for a wish and he wouldn't do it.
Well, he's not a genie, for crying out
Well,
loud.
I thought he could do stuff.
Yeah, turn water into wine, you know, the multiplying.
Well, that would have helped. Oh, man. I used to have a lot of fun. And do a lot of you ever remember the jokes about armless and legless people? You know, like, what do you call an armless and legless man out in the ocean? And it's Bob. You know, you've got Bob. Well, you know, that was the joke going around. So I get a call of a deceased person at Prosperity Oaks, and that was an old folks' home, assisted living place. And I get in there, and the nurse shows me to the room, and this poor guy laying there, he's deceased, you know, but he only has one arm left because of a disease he had. And before my brain could engage, I'm standing there looking at him.
My God, Dave, what did you do?
I went, Bob!
What did he do? Oh,
he's dead! Yeah, sis.
What did they do?
So the nurse turned around and looked at me like, oh my God. But she did start laughing.
Did she?
Yeah. I said, I apologized, you know. So, but another one, and at the same place, the assisted living, they had this 8-person hot tub. Well, you
At an
know.
assisted living?
Well, yeah, because some
A
of
therapy kind of thing?
them. Well, no, this was a regular hot tub.
Oh.
You know, and some of them, they could go out on their own, or if they had visitors or something like that, you know. So, get a call of another deceased person, and I was getting them all the time there. It was really depressing. But, don't get me laughing, sis. Dang, got it.
Sorry.
So anyway, they said the dead person was in the hot tub. And so I go back there, and of course, he was laying on side of the hot tub there on the cement. And I asked, you know, what happened, because it's an investigation. I got to make sure that it was an accidental death or natural death, you know. And they said they were all just sitting around talking, and they sit there and talked for 15, 20 minutes before they realized that he was dead. And I guess he started floating up.
Oh my God.
I guess.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that was heartbreaking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Death
He has
isn't
a sick mind.
Death. I love gallows humor, you know, and but these are true stories, though. I've got to tell you. And your dog's barking.
I know. Sammy. What are you...
Oh man.
Come here. Come here.
So anyway,
He's not coming.
another thing that I used to do when I was on midnights, we had a Taco Bell in the city, and I used to go back in a parking lot that was behind Taco Bell, and they had these bright lights, the parking lot lights, and they were pretty bright. And so if you parked underneath one of the trees that was in the islands there, it was a harsh type shadow, and people couldn't really see that well what was underneath the tree. So I would park underneath there, and I had my spotlight aimed right at the trash can, the big trash can of Taco Bell, because I knew what people would do, because we've had complaints about it. Well, lo and behold, it didn't take long, I guess after the bars closed or something, and people would start coming to Taco Bell, and lo and behold, here somebody would get out and go over to the trash can and take a pee or something like that. And as soon as I seen that they had started, I waited about 2 seconds, and then I'd shine the spotlight on them. I don't know how many people I caused to pee their pants, but I bet they didn't do that. They did, though.
Because you can't stop once you start.
No, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I remember one guy, or no, I'm sorry, it was a girl. And of course, ladies have to take down their pants and squat, know. And I let her get all the way down squatting, and about 2 seconds later, I shined the spotlight on her. You could hear her scream, and she pulled her pants up right down, and I know she peed her pants. So
you're mischievous, Dave.
Oh, I was mean, wasn't I? I'd sit back and laugh and laugh. You remember me telling you about me working at the bar?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I forgot one story. It was really crowded in the bar, and it was kind of noisy and everything, and I'm handing out drinks and taking the money and stuff, and some lady stands up and she yells out, "Does anybody know CPR?" And nobody answers, and so she yelled a little bit louder, "Does anybody know CPR?" And I said, "Well, I know the whole alphabet." And people started laughing, and I laughed, and everybody was laughing, well, except for that one guy laying on the floor, but... Oh, man. Oh. So, I had a pretty productive day today.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh, jeez, Sammy.
He's drinking my Coke. Okay.
Oh, man, that's a big Coke, too. Sis would have been...
It's not that big.
Oh, so I had a pretty productive day today. I went to the bank, and I, was going to went inside and was going to do a transaction, and this little old lady was in front of me, and she said, "Would you check my balance for me?" And I felt sorry for the little old lady and everything, so I give her a push, and her balance seemed okay to me. So after the bank, I had enough money to go to the pharmacy and pick up a prescription. So, and once again, I was standing behind some little old lady, and I can overhear the conversation, and she tells the pharmacist that she wants to get a prescription for arsenic. And the pharmacist said, well, I can't give you any arsenic. I said, that's a poison. He says, you can't have that. And she said, so she gets in her purse and pulls out this picture, and she hands it to the pharmacist, and it was a picture of her husband and some young lady. Well, I guess the young lady was the pharmacist's wife. So we said, well, why didn't you tell me you had a prescription? Oh, man. So, okay, one more.
One more.
Then I went to the library.
Oh my God, what'd you do there?
Well, I didn't do anything.
Well, of course,
I
you
walked in.
never do anything.
No, I seem to be there when everybody else is doing stuff. So, but I go to the library, and I notice that the librarian, sitting behind the big desk there, and she's kind of arguing with this guy. And so being a little curious, I side over there towards him, and he said, and he has a book there, and he says he wants to check out this book. And she's telling me, no, you can't check it out. And I looked at the book, and the book was about suicide. And the guy said, this is a library. I want to check out this book. And she says, no, you're not going to check this book out, because you probably won't be bringing it back.
I get it.
I was wondering. Okay, guys, that's it for this evening. Oh my God, 17 minutes. Are you kidding?
I told you.
I have so much fun on here doing this.
I know.
But I can't do it by myself.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. I had Jessica up there, but she kind of pooped out on me. I have to do a little bit of oral on her. I had to blow her up again. She loves losing air. Take the scenic ride home. Who do you